Welcome back, everybody, to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be looking at 3 high-level town hall videos.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's hours of content.
Okay.
We're going to give you the most important takeaways
Sounds good.
in one easily digestible deep dive.
Love it.
So we're going to be covering mobile payments, WhatsApp integration, and workflow power-ups.
It's a lot to cover,
Yeah.
but I think we
Yes,
can
it is.
we can definitely give it a good shot.
We've got some surprising aha moments in here.
Oh, I'm sure.
Did you know that you can now edit product details right on the POS checkout screen?
Really?
No more fumbling around with custom items.
Interesting.
And imagine being able to send a WhatsApp message that automatically converts into an appointment booking.
Oh, wow.
We're going to break down how all this works and why it matters for your business.
I'm excited.
Okay, so let's unpack all of this, starting with mobile payments.
Okay.
And first up, let's talk about the new hardware integration.
All right.
They made it super simple to connect Stripe card readers, the Stripe M2 and BBPOS WisePad 3,
Okay.
right to the high-level mobile app.
That's pretty cool.
So what's fascinating here is that
Yeah.
they're actively working to expand to other payment providers like Square.
Oh, okay.
So right now it's limited to Stripe,
Right.
but your hardware investment's protected because you'll be able to switch providers seamlessly down the line.
That's huge.
It is.
Nobody wants to get stuck with like outdated tech.
Exactly.
Especially nowadays.
You don't want to be left behind.
Yeah.
So this is where it gets really interesting, dynamic products.
Okay.
Remember the old custom item system in the POS?
Yeah. It was a bit of a pain point, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was clunky, lacked detail, and it made accounting a nightmare.
You were kind of stuck with whatever was in your product catalog.
Yeah.
Making changes on the fly was pretty much impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But dynamic products are here to save the day.
All right.
You can now edit any product detail,
Okay.
name, description, price, taxes,
Wow.
right on the checkout screen.
So like a real world example of this, you're a landscaping company and the client wants to add some like premium plants to their order.
Right.
In the past, you would have to create a whole new custom item, but now you can just update the product details right there on the checkout screen.
So smooth and professional and efficient.
Exactly.
It's a game changer for sure.
Love that.
So another big challenge that they addressed
Yeah.
is the need for in-person payment options
Okay.
beyond Apple Pay.
Right.
So while Tap to Pay is convenient,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't allow you to save card details,
Yeah.
which is important for recurring billing or future transactions.
Makes sense.
So to address this, they're actively developing 2 new features:
Okay.
card scanning with the camera
Right.
and using the existing card reader to capture card details.
Okay.
So camera scanning would be almost as quick as Tap to Pay, but with the added bonus of capturing those card details. And then using the card reader would just provide another option for clients who prefer the traditional card payments.
Got it.
So the key takeaway here is that they're constantly iterating
Yeah.
based on user feedback
Right.
to provide the most versatile and user-friendly payment experience.
Makes sense.
So speaking of user-friendly, let's talk about the new estimate feature.
Oh, okay.
This is something that I know a lot of people have been asking for,
For sure.
and it's designed to be very intuitive.
Okay.
It mirrors the structure of invoices, so the learning curve is minimal.
Got it.
You can customize the estimate details,
All right.
add items, terms, and notes,
Mm-hmm.
and of course leverage those dynamic products for easy customization.
Oh, awesome.
And then the client can accept or reject the estimate right within the system.
That's pretty cool.
It's seamless.
Yeah.
And to make things even more streamlined,
Okay.
they've introduced a consolidated payments hub
Gotcha.
in the mobile app.
All right.
So it's a one-stop shop
Makes sense.
for all your payment needs.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose to charge directly,
Okay.
convert to an invoice,
Right.
or prepare an estimate,
Got it.
all from this single hub.
So efficiency is the name of the game here.
Definitely.
For sure.
And it ties into this next feature,
Okay.
tax handling.
All right.
They've taken a much more granular approach,
Mm-hmm.
giving you more control over how taxes are handled.
Got it.
So you can now choose to include taxes in the price,
Okay.
both globally and on a product-specific basis.
Interesting.
And this affects how the prices and subtotals are displayed on invoices.
Makes sense.
Now, this raises an important question.
Oh, it's okay.
While this feature addresses how taxes are displayed,
Right.
it's important to understand how this data interacts with your accounting systems.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
So don't just assume that everything will sync up perfectly.
Right.
You might need to explore how this new feature integrates with systems like QuickBooks
Yeah.
to ensure a smooth accounting process.
That's an excellent point. Always double check your integrations. Especially when they roll out new features.
For sure.
Make sure everything's talking to each other correctly.
Yeah, you don't want any surprises when it comes to taxes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
All right.
Okay.
So let's shift gears and talk about WhatsApp.
Okay.
I think a lot of people still see it as just a messaging app,
Yeah, I can see that.
but HighLevel is positioning it as a powerful business tool.
Right?
So one of the most exciting features they showcased is in-app appointment booking.
Interesting.
So imagine sending a WhatsApp message that seamlessly converts into an appointment booking,
Oh, wow.
all within the app.
Okay.
No more sending links or redirecting clients to external booking pages.
So that would reduce drop-offs?
Significantly.
Yeah,
And it would make the booking process so much smoother for the client.
makes sense.
And it gets even better when you integrate WhatsApp with HighLevel's powerful workflows.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
You can now build entire customer journeys within WhatsApp.
Wow.
So think about it. You can send an initial outreach message,
Okay.
offer appointment slots,
Right.
collect payment,
Got it.
all within WhatsApp, completely hands-free.
That's amazing. The
Yeah.
level of automation there is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
So what kind of workflow actions are we talking about?
So you can create branches based on timeouts.
Okay.
So for example, if a client doesn't book an appointment within a certain time frame,
Right.
you can trigger a follow-up message automatically.
That makes sense.
You can also set up fallback options like SMS or email if the WhatsApp message fails to send.
Oh, that's good.
And you can even tailor follow-up messages based on specific customer actions within the WhatsApp flow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people, especially in the US, are wondering,
Yeah.
is WhatsApp really a viable option compared to SMS?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And there's this misconception that WhatsApp isn't popular in the US.
Right.
But in reality, it has a massive and growing user base here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely something to look into.
Yeah. And I know pricing can be a concern.
Mm-hmm.
So can you explain the 24-hour conversation window?
Yeah, so unlike SMS, which is usually priced per message,
Right.
WhatsApp operates on a 24-hour conversation window.
Okay.
So any messages sent within that window are essentially free regardless of the quantity.
Oh, wow.
So
So strategically, it makes sense to take advantage of that.
for sure, pack that window with valuable content.
Yeah.
Answer questions,
Right.
really nurture that client relationship.
Exactly.
And then if you need to extend the conversation beyond 24 hours,
Mm-hmm.
you can always just send another message,
Right.
triggering a new conversation window.
So it sounds like WhatsApp offers some distinct advantages over SMS,
Absolutely.
especially for international communication.
Yeah,
And when you want to leverage rich media like images and videos,
for sure.
now to track the success of your WhatsApp campaigns,
Yeah.
HighLevel provides detailed analytics at the template level.
Okay.
So you can track open rates,
Mhm.
delivery rates,
Mhm.
click-through rates, and more,
That's great.
giving you valuable data to optimize your campaigns.
Data's king, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I have that data.
Speaking of being strategic,
Yeah.
let's talk about the new Schedule Send feature for WhatsApp.
Okay.
So you can now schedule both WhatsApp templates and free-form messages,
Oh, wow.
which is a game changer for time-sensitive communication.
I can see that.
Imagine strategically timing a message to send right before a service conversation window is about to expire,
Right.
prompting a response from the client and keeping the conversation going.
Keep it alive.
Exactly. You got to stay top of mind.
For sure.
It's all about being proactive.
Yep.
And to make building these WhatsApp campaigns even easier,
Yeah.
they've revamped the WhatsApp workflow action.
Okay.
So Workflow Action V2 is designed for simplicity and flexibility.
Got it.
Buttons and flows eliminate the need for complex reply text conditions,
Oh, that's awesome.
making it far easier to create sophisticated and effective campaigns.
Love it when they simplify things.
Makes it so much easier for everybody.
So you're saying that we can now anticipate client actions and proactively guide them through the desired journey.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's all about that customer experience, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of innovation,
Yes.
let's talk about a technology that has the potential to revolutionize business messaging,
I'm listening.
RCS.
Okay. I've heard whispers about RCS.
Yeah.
Give me the rundown. What is it, and why should we be excited about it?
So RCS stands for Rich Communication Services,
Okay.
and it's basically the next evolution of SMS.
So it's like SMS on steroids.
Pretty much.
Okay, so what makes it so special?
It offers a much richer messaging experience
Okay.
with features like high-res images and videos,
Oh, wow.
typing indicators,
Oh, nice.
read receipts,
I like that.
even location sharing.
That's awesome.
It's everything SMS should have been.
So where does HighLevel fit into all of this?
So they're actively working to integrate RCS into the platform,
Yeah.
but there are still some onboarding challenges.
So it's still early days,
Yeah,
but they're on top of it.
absolutely.
Okay,
They're working to streamline the onboarding process
good.
to make it more accessible to everybody.
All right, so what's exciting here is the potential.
Yeah.
RCS could very well become the dominant business messaging channel in the coming years.
It could.
And HighLevel is positioning themselves to be at the forefront of this revolution.
Which would give early adopters a serious advantage.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that covers the highlights
That's so good.
from the WhatsApp portion of these town halls.
All right.
Now let's move on to our final segment,
Okay.
workflow power-ups.
Let's do it.
I'm especially excited about this one.
There's a lot to unpack here.
Oh, I know.
New features,
Yeah.
enhancements, and of course, a whole lot of efficiency.
My inner workflow geek is doing cartwheels right now.
I bet.
Okay, let's start with the feature that has everyone buzzing.
Hit me with it.
Workflow AI.
Ooh.
Is this like having a super smart assistant that understands all my workflows?
So it's not quite there yet,
Okay.
but it's a big step in that direction.
Right.
So in its initial phase, Workflow AI can describe your workflows,
Okay.
answer workflow-related questions,
Right.
and even suggest actions based on your input.
So if I'm completely lost in a complex workflow, I can ask Workflow AI to break it down for me.
Exactly.
And if I'm not sure what action to use next, I can describe what I'm trying to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And Workflow AI will suggest appropriate actions.
Yep, that's the idea.
That's incredible.
It's all about making workflows less intimidating and more accessible.
Right.
And this is just the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, imagine a future
Okay.
where your workflows are not just automated,
Right.
but self-optimizing,
Right.
learning from past performance to constantly improve results.
Whoa, that's next level stuff.
Right.
That's incredible.
Yeah, we're not quite there yet, but that's
Okay.
the eventual goal.
But for now, let's focus on another big announcement
Okay.
from these town halls. A new pricing plan designed to supercharge your premium actions.
All right, talk to me about cost savings.
Okay, so it's called Startup Plus,
Okay.
and it gives you 10,000 premium actions and triggers for a flat fee of $10.
Wow. So you're telling me I can execute 10,000 premium actions
Yes.
for the same price as a handful of individual actions?
Exactly.
That's incredible.
That's a 90% reduction compared to the per action pricing model.
That is huge for agencies
Yeah.
and businesses that rely heavily on premium workflows.
No more being limited by the cost of those premium actions.
This is amazing news.
This is huge.
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about another exciting feature.
Okay.
The ability to pause workflows.
Interesting.
This is a really helpful addition
Yeah.
for those times when you need to temporarily halt specific workflows,
Okay.
like during a holiday period
All right.
or when you're making significant changes to your processes.
Makes sense.
So does paused mean that the workflow is completely inactive?
Not exactly. So contacts will still flow through the workflow.
Okay.
And conditions like wait and IFELS are still honored.
Right.
It's just that any actions besides those are paused until you resume the workflow.
Okay, so it's like hitting a pause button on a movie,
Mm-hmm.
but the background processes are still running.
Precisely.
So this level of granularity gives you much more control over your workflows.
Yeah, you can fine-tune them to align perfectly with your business operations.
Exactly. You want things to work,
For sure.
not the other way around.
You don't want your workflows working against you.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk about a feature that's going to help you keep your workflows organized
Okay.
and easy to understand.
By listening notes.
Notes, like little sticky notes.
Okay. So you can now add notes directly within your workflows.
Gotcha.
And there's two types of notes.
Okay.
Workflow level notes
Mm-hmm.
and action level notes.
So I can add notes to the entire workflow.
Yep.
Providing like overall context or instructions.
And then I can add notes to specific actions within the workflow
Right.
to explain the logic behind each step.
Gotcha. It's all about clarity and collaboration.
Right.
By adding notes to your workflows, you can ensure that everyone on your team understands the logic and purpose of each step.
It's like having a built-in instruction manual
Exactly.
for your workflows.
And to further enhance visual organization,
Okay.
they've introduced sticky notes.
With like the colorful little squares
That's right.
that we used to use back in the day.
So in the context of workflows, you can use them to visually group or highlight
Okay.
specific sections of your workflow canvas.
So I could have a workflow with different colored sticky notes,
Yep,
each one explaining a different branch or condition.
exactly.
That would be helpful.
Especially for those complex workflows.
Right.
With multiple branches and conditions.
Yeah, it's a visual approach.
Right.
You can quickly grasp the overall structure and logic at a glance.
And this is going to be really helpful
Yeah.
for collaborating on workflows with a team.
Definitely.
Because you can easily see who's working on what
Right.
and what the logic is behind each step.
Now let's talk about a feature that will save you a ton of time
Ooh.
when managing a large library of workflows.
Okay.
Advanced filters.
Love me some advanced filters.
They're a welcome addition.
They are.
Okay, so what kind of filtering options are we talking about here?
You can now filter by tags,
Okay.
actions, triggers, and even contact data.
So I could find all my workflows that use a specific tag or action.
Yep.
Or even those that target contacts with specific data points.
Exactly.
That's pretty powerful.
And you can even save these filters as smart lists
Oh, wow.
for quick access to specific workflow sets.
This is going to be a game changer for anyone who works with a large library of workflows.
It's going to save you so much time.
No more endlessly scrolling to find the one you need.
Yeah, all that wasted time.
They've also made some enhancements to the workflow execution history to give you instant insights into what's happening.
Oh, cool.
So there's a new button that takes you directly to the action that was executed
Oh, wow.
in the history.
Okay.
So if I see an error,
Yeah,
I can just click a button and jump right to the source of the issue.
that's awesome. No more manually sifting through logs
Right.
to try to find the problem.
And then there's the See Contact Path feature,
Okay.
which visually shows you how a specific contact moved through a workflow.
Got it.
So if I have a complex workflow
Mm-hmm.
with multiple branches, this feature lets me see exactly which path a specific contact took,
Right.
highlighting every action they encountered along the way.
That's really cool.
Data visualization at its best.
Love it.
Okay, now let's talk about some developer-focused enhancements.
All right.
Both support for custom webhooks
Okay.
and new marketplace enhancements.
Got it.
So I'll admit the developer side of things isn't my forte,
Yeah.
but I'm always eager to understand how these advancements benefit users. So the addition of Opus support for custom webhooks
Mm-hmm.
is huge for integration.
Okay.
So OPIF, or Open Authorization,
Right.
provides a secure way to grant third-party applications
Yeah.
access to your data
Mm.
without sharing your password.
So it's like giving someone a key to your house,
Exactly.
but not the whole key ring.
Exactly.
Just access to certain areas.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And this seamless and secure connection opens up a world of possibilities for automation,
For sure.
allowing you to connect high level to an even wider range of platforms.
It's all about expanding that ecosystem,
Exactly.
making sure everything can talk to each other.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And what about the marketplace enhancement?
So they've added a pause execution functionality for
Sure.
marketplace apps.
So it's like hitting the pause button
Pretty much.
while a background task runs
Yeah.
to ensure that it finishes smoothly
Makes sense.
before moving on.
They've also added branching capabilities to marketplace apps, mirroring the flexibility of native workflows.
So now marketplace apps can have that same if this then that logic as native workflows,
Precisely.
making them much more powerful.
Yeah, it just opens up a whole world of possibilities
Yeah.
in terms of what you can do.
And they've even added a new custom code feature
Oh, really?
that lets developers add small snippets of code
Okay.
directly within their apps.
That's cool.
So this gives developers a lot more control and flexibility
Yeah, for sure.
in creating innovative solutions.
Yeah, it's really cool to see how they're empowering developers to build these really robust and innovative apps.
And it just makes the platform even more versatile.
Exactly.
It's amazing to see how they just keep pushing the boundaries.
There really is.
Okay, so they haven't forgotten about those essential math
The
operations.
bread and butter.
Within workflows,
I know those are important.
they've added custom values to both the select field and update field options
Oh, wow.
in
Oh,
math
that's-
operations,
That's
giving you even more customization and precision.
all right. So walk me through a specific example of how that might be helpful.
Sure. So let's say you wanted to use data from a custom field
Okay.
to calculate a discount or commission.
Got it.
You can now do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
You can leverage any custom data point
Okay.
to create highly tailored automations.
It's all about that granularity and control.
Exactly.
I love it.
Now, I have to ask,
Yeah.
is there anything to help us non-data scientists
Oh, okay.
quickly grasp the performance of our workflows without having to dig deep into all the stats?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
Because there's a new drop-down next to each workflow that shows overall statistics for all the communication channels.
So I could see the open rates for emails versus SMS all in one place.
Yes.
That's great.
It's all about making that data accessible so you can see what's working.
Right.
And optimize your workflows accordingly.
Data-driven marketing at its best.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And then they've also streamlined contact management within workflows.
Okay.
You can now bulk remove contacts from either all workflows or all workflows except the current one.
This is a lifesaver.
I know, right?
It's so much easier than having to remove contacts from individual workflows manually.
So much time saved.
Right.
And they've added the ability to bulk remove all tags from a contact.
Oh, that's great.
No more tediously deselecting each tag one by one.
Efficiency wins again.
Every time.
But this next one is a big one.
Okay, lay it on me.
It sounds like a major shift towards a more flexible workflow builder.
I'm intrigued.
Dynamic values in action.
This is a big one.
So they've introduced a dynamic option for input fields in select action.
Oh, right.
Like adding or removing tags and assigning users.
Okay.
This lets you use data from webhooks or other sources directly without needing to store that data in a custom field first.
So it streamlines the process.
Yeah.
And makes it much easier to integrate that external data.
Exactly.
And they're planning to expand this feature to other actions in the future.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It feels like HighLevel just keeps getting better and better.
I completely agree.
All right, well, before we wrap up this deep dive,
we
have one more segment to cover.
Okay, I'm excited to hear it.
We'll be diving into the world of documents and contracts.
Awesome.
And you won't want to miss the insights that we've gleaned from the Q&A portion of these town halls.
Sounds good.
So grab a fresh cup of coffee, and we'll be right back with more from HighLevel.
See you in a bit. Wow. Welcome back to the deep dive.
So before we move on to documents and contracts, let's wrap up our discussion on workflow power-ups.
Sounds good.
We were just talking about how HighLevel's making it easier than ever to manage contacts within workflows.
Right.
We can now bulk remove a contact from all workflows.
Yeah.
Or all workflows except the current one.
It's a huge time saver.
It is.
Especially when you need to clean up your automation sequences. Right.
Or ensure that contacts aren't receiving irrelevant communications.
Exactly.
And don't forget about the ability to bulk remove all tags from a contact.
No more painstakingly deselecting each tag one by one.
Exactly.
It's the little things.
It is the little things
that make a big difference.
They really do.
Speaking of big differences, let's talk about dynamic values and actions.
Oh, yeah. This is a big one.
This one sounds like a major step forward.
It is.
So dynamic values allow you to use data from webhooks or other external sources directly in select actions, like adding or removing tags or assigning users.
Okay.
So instead of having to first store that incoming data in a custom field and then use it in an action, we can now skip that intermediate step altogether.
Exactly.
This streamlines workflow design and makes it much easier to integrate external data into your automations.
Yeah, and they're planning to expand this functionality to other actions in the future.
That is exciting.
It is very exciting. It's like HighLevel's giving us the building blocks to create truly dynamic and responsive workflows.
For sure.
That react to real-time information.
Exactly.
It's all about empowering users to build smarter automations that adapt to their unique needs and situations.
I love it.
And speaking of insights, remember those workflow stats we discussed?
Yes.
The ones that give you a quick overview of performance?
The drop-down next to each workflow that shows overall statistics for all communication channels.
That's right. It was a game changer.
It was.
Well, it just got even better.
Really?
HighLevel's now introduced workflow stats at a glance. Which provides a more granular breakdown of those statistics.
Gotcha.
For each individual communication channel within a workflow.
So I could see the open rates for emails versus SMS within a single workflow all in one place.
Exactly.
That's incredible. It's like having a magnifying glass for your workflow data.
This level of detail allows you to pinpoint exactly which channels are performing best and optimize your workflows for maximum impact.
That's the goal.
You can make data-driven decisions about your automation strategy.
For sure.
Without having to dig through mountains of analytics.
Nobody wants to do that.
Nobody has time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, before we move on to our final segment,
I
want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
All right.
The future of workflows.
All right.
You hinted at self-optimizing workflows that learn from past performance.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
It's definitely an exciting area of development.
It is.
Right now, Workflow AI is a powerful tool that can describe your workflows, answer questions, and suggest actions.
Right.
But imagine a future where it goes beyond that.
Like, it could analyze the performance of your workflows and automatically adjust them.
Exactly.
To improve results.
Exactly.
It could identify bottlenecks, tweak timings, or even suggest different actions based on what's working best.
That's the dream.
The possibilities are endless.
They are endless.
It'd be like having an AI-powered workflow expert.
Right.
Constantly optimizing your automations.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Working tirelessly.
That would be a game changer, especially for agencies and businesses that manage a large volume of workflows.
It would free up so much time and resources.
Right.
And it could lead to significantly better results as workflows would be constantly learning and adapting to changing conditions and customer behavior.
Yeah, it's a glimpse into the future of automation.
It really is.
I, for one, am incredibly excited to see what HighLevel has in store for us.
Me too. It feels like we're just scratching the surface of what's possible with this platform.
Well, I think it's time to move on to our final segment.
All right, let's do it.
Documents and contracts.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground with mobile payments and WhatsApp.
We have.
But this is another area where HighLevel is making significant strides.
That's right. HighLevel understands that documents and contracts are the backbone of many businesses.
For sure.
And these town hall videos revealed some exciting updates.
It's designed to streamline the entire process.
I'm all ears. Let's dive in.
All right. Welcome back to the deep dive.
So we've covered mobile payments.
Yeah.
WhatsApp integration and workflow power-ups.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of great stuff.
We did.
And now we're diving into the world of documents and contracts.
Yes, these town halls had some great updates and addressed some common pain points.
So let's get into it.
All right.
What were some of the highlights?
One of the most significant announcements was the introduction of direct payment options for documents.
Okay. Explain that to me like I run a small business. How would this actually work?
Okay, so let's say you're a consultant.
Okay.
And you send a proposal with a breakdown of your services.
Okay.
With direct payment options, the document acts like a smart estimate.
Okay.
When your client accepts and signs it electronically, it automatically turns into an invoice and a payment link is sent right to them.
Wow, that's slick. It cuts out so many extra steps.
No more creating separate invoices or chasing down payment.
Exactly.
It's all about creating a seamless experience for your clients,
Yeah.
which, let's face it, makes everyone happier.
Absolutely.
And while we're talking about seamless experiences, they've also improved in-person signing on mobile devices.
Yes. This is something that I know a lot of people have been wanting.
Tell me more.
So now you can have clients sign documents in person. Using your mobile phone or tablet.
Gotcha.
I can use a stylus or their finger, whatever's more comfortable.
I can see this being so helpful for real estate agents.
Totally.
Contractors.
Yep.
Anyone who needs signatures on the go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about that flexibility and that professionalism.
It is worth noting that you still need to use the web app to create and edit documents.
Correct.
This mobile update is focused on making the actual signing process easier and more convenient.
So it's the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
The power of the web app with the convenience of mobile signing.
All right. Now let's shift gears and look at some of the insights that came out of the Q&A portion of the Documents and Contracts Town Hall.
Sounds good.
One question that popped up was about editing documents during an in-person signing.
Yes.
What happens if a client wants to make a small change?
Right, because things change and you don't want to have to go back and recreate the whole document.
Exactly.
So the high-level team gets that, and they suggested a workaround for now, adding a custom field at the end of the document.
Gotcha.
Specifically for free-form text.
So basically a designated spot for those last-minute notes or additions.
Exactly.
It's not a perfect solution, but it's a smart temporary fix.
Right.
Until they can roll out a more robust mobile editing feature.
Resourcefulness is key.
It is.
So what other interesting questions came up?
Another one was about creating products on the fly in the mobile app.
Oh, okay.
And adding them to a document.
Gotcha.
This would be super helpful for businesses with dynamic pricing or customized services.
That would be a game changer.
It would make everything so much more adaptable.
And guess what? You can already do it.
No way.
Yes.
So create products right in the mobile app, and thanks to the dynamic product feature, you can easily add them to a document and even customize the pricing as you go.
No more being tied to preset product lists.
This is huge for businesses that offer personalized services or products with fluctuating prices.
Absolutely. It's all about empowering businesses to meet their clients' needs in real time.
I'm loving it.
One more hot topic from the Q&A was the lack of a sent folder for documents in the mobile app.
This seems like a no-brainer. How can you keep track of what you sent without a sent folder?
I know.
So the high-level team heard this loud and clear.
They did.
And said they're actively exploring solutions.
Which is good to know.
They didn't give a timeline for when it might be available, but it's on their radar.
It's good to know that they're listening and working on it.
Absolutely. That kind of transparency and responsiveness is crucial.
It really is.
Well, I think this wraps up our deep dive.
Wow.
Into the world of HighLevel.
We covered a lot.
We covered so much: mobile payments, WhatsApp, workflow enhancements, document management. I'm blown away by how much they're packing into this platform.
Me too. It's really impressive how much they're innovating and how focused they are on making the user experience better.
It feels like they're just getting started.
Yeah.
And remember, these town halls are just a taste of what HighLevel can do.
Right. Just a little sneak peek.
There's so much more to explore.
Definitely.
We'll link to the full videos in the show notes.
Yes.
And don't forget to visit our website for even more resources, including a free snapshot of the 25 Days of Christmas promo and access to our awesome online community.
Yeah, the community is great.
It's the perfect place to connect with other high-level users, share your experiences, and learn from each other.
It's a wealth of knowledge over there.
That's it for this episode of The Deep Dive.
We hope you found it valuable, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive into the world of business and technology. Until then, happy automating.
Happy automating, everyone.